Welcome to the Metalness Show.
Fuck yeah.
The place that brings you all the metal reviews you've ever wanted.
And or needed.
Come with us and bask in the gloriness that is metal.
Yes. Alright, dude. First show, you excited?
Hell yeah, dude. Let's kick this pig.
They're marching into violence. They're killing for the time.
Alright, first off, we're gonna review Kreator and their new album.
Phantom Antichrist.
Alright, so this CD has been out since June 5th, and it is good.
Very good. A little repetitive to say, but the first two songs are basically the same song, but it's got that old school feel. You know, they're really sticking to what they knew. If you don't know, Kreator's from the 80s, and fucking this thing will remind you of the 80s. I mean, we're both 90s childrens, and we fucking knew that this band was from the 80s.
Alright, track recommendation from this album: The Few, The Proud, and The Broken.
This is the type of song that makes you want to put on a suit of armor and go out and fucking slay a dragon.
Yes! Dragon blood everywhere.
You know what? Screw this! I'm going on an adventure! Yes! Adventure! Woo!
What adventure?
Next time we got up is the new Mnemic CD, Mnemesis, or I guess Mnemesis. Okay, I don't know where you live, but here we got the rock and roll radio station KLAQ. And this is where you're gonna find this CD. Every single track. Ever heard of Bullet for My Valentine? Five Finger Death Punch? Slipknot? Well, this band is that put together.
It's a mashup of everything ever. They have the real mainstreamish sound, pop metal-y. They're like bubblegum. It loses its flavor after 5 minutes.
Though, that said, they do it right. It's all the good stuff, you know? It's none of the shit. It's the good stuff. So, it might be mainstream, but at least it's good mainstream, you know? So, all in all, you know, one of the good things is that the vocals, nice clean vocals, and guitars tuned way, way down
really low. That good, heavy, down low sound.
Very good. Though, all in all, you just have to say.
Not real memorable in my opinion, though. So
not at all.
We give them 5 out of 10.
Like we said, nothing we haven't heard before. No originality, and, you know, it's like, we're not going to waste our time with this CD. So, really, in our opinion, go ahead and just pass this one up.
Alright, next up we got Katana and their new album, Storms of War.
This is, you really think you're gonna listen to Iron Maiden here. Have you ever heard that iconic Iron Maiden sound? You know, those triplets? This album is full of them. This is a complete Iron Maiden sound.
They got that old school 80s feel, just like Iron Maiden. Like, if they were an Iron Maiden cover band, you could not tell the difference, but they're not. So, they have their own original epic stuff. And it sounds like Iron Maiden came out with new stuff, with completely different people.
Right, it sounds like Iron Maiden, but it's still original, and it's a good original. I mean, all in all, I'd have to say that if you listen to the lyrics, they're pretty lackluster. You're not gonna get any holy crap that blew my mind kind of thing, but, you know, it's a good sound.
And such a good sound. I mean, you can't go wrong with an Iron Maiden-like sound. They're just kings of metal. And to sound like them is to imitate perfection.
Right. And that's another thing. These guys really nail the instruments. There's not a bad sound. You're not going to be like, oh, well, the guitars are okay or anything. These guys really know what they're doing. These guys are metal throughout the whole entire album. Alright, so all in all, we're gonna give this album 6 out of 10. Nothing truly original because it's an Iron Maiden sound, but at least it's a good Iron Maiden sound. Nothing you're gonna regret.
Go buy this album. If you like Iron Maiden, you'll like these guys. And if you buy it, you'll just think, hey, Iron Maiden came out with some new stuff. Sweet.
Alright, the next album has got to be the biggest album that came out last Tuesday. That's Dying Fetus' new album, Reign Supreme.
There's been lots and lots of hype online and everywhere about this album coming out, and it lives up to it. It is really, really good. It's just good old-fashioned death metal.
Right, you got those nice winding guitars and just that low crunching sound. And one of the impressive things about this album is the arpeggios. These guys really know how to do it. I mean, up and down on the guitars, you never get sick of it. They really know how to do it. On the website, they claim that they're reclaiming the throne of death metal, and I gotta say, they come pretty damn close to doing it with this album.
I have nothing bad to say about it. The vocals, real good rhythm in them. They got that good kind of melodic-y rhythm to it.
I mean, all in all, you'd have to say it's a pretty average death metal album, but it's got that headbanging feeling that everyone loves. And, you know, if you like death metal, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's got that feeling where you can just headbang all day long and not give a shit about anything. All in all, though, like we said, nothing really special about this album totally, but as classic death metal, you can't go wrong. Good guitars, good low feeling,
Good vocals,
fucking awesome. We give this album
8 out of 10. Alright, coming soon, we got Rhapsody, or Rhapsody of Fire. I can't keep track of how many times they changed this.
Either way, it's the new album, Ascending to Infinity. And man, we can't wait for this album.
Big symphonic metal fans here.
Yes, and these guys, we're hoping that they capture it. Though, really, we have no doubts at all.
I've owned and listened to many Rhapsody albums in the past, and I've never once been disappointed. Good old-fashioned symphonic power metal. You can't go.
I mean, right now, all they have is a YouTube clip where you can listen to part of the album. Though, just that little bit, it's only 5 minutes long, and I want it to stand up and just clap.
I, on the other hand, want just to openly weep. It's
Beautiful.
It's just, it makes me emotional right in here.
Doesn't matter what happens now, I just don't care.
Alright, this next band is, I mean, they've been out for a year, but for us, they came out of nowhere. And man, they blew us away. These guys are Animetal USA.
A bunch of people born in the U.S., but they live in Japan. To me, like, I was reading up on them. Their names, it sounds like 2 Mexicans and 2 white guys got together and formed this awesome band in Japan.
Right, so we can only assume that there's something army evolved here. But man, these guys, personally, I love Dragon Ball. And when I heard them do a rendition of Chala Head Chala, oh my face, my face.
His face, as he says. The song did not disappoint. It was just badass. These guys have kind of like a old school power metal feel to them.
Right, and you know, it's like, it's good power metal. And it's, you know, you hear a lot of power metal has too much guitar, too much drums. These guys mix it perfectly. They're spot on with all the instruments. You're not going to be disappointed. This is, like I said, to tell you the truth, I only listened to this album because we're making this show. But I think I'm going to go out and buy this. Like, we haven't said it yet, but it's coming out tomorrow. And fucking go get it.
Tomorrow, I'll be owning this album. Alright, and that was this week's reviews and bands. Great bands all this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, like our videos and please do subscribe.
Right, so yeah, look out for our next video next week. Like he said, subscribe and fucking you'll see it the second it comes out. And hopefully it'll be as badass as this time.
Or better than this one.
Right. Probably aiming for the latter. Alright, so go ahead and comment below. We want to start reviewing some unheard bands. So if you look in the description, you'll find our email there. And go ahead and send us in your shit. We want to get it out there. I know you might not think this is very popular, but hey, that teaser of ours got 100 views. And that's 100 people that'll watch your music. So, like we said, send it below and tell us what's going on. Go ahead and comment below and tell us what albums you want reviewed for next week, or just tell us how we fucked up. Thanks for watching.
This is the Metalness.